The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Did you get that? The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. This is beautifully said by BB King, and I agree. I get inspired by it. If you do, please do comment me and let me know. Hello, this is Neha, and you are watching my channel Her Naam Edu Zone. As we had discussed in the last class about 4 types of parts of speech, this is the 5th one which we are about to discuss. As you are seeing it on the screen, adjective, its types, its rules to use. So if I wanted to explain what is adjective is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to add something to its meaning. So it's very clear, you wanted to give more description about your noun and you're using some words, and that words are known to be adjective. So how many kinds of adjective we have? We have almost 3 kinds of adjective. We have 3 types of adjective. So the first type of adjective is known to be adjective of quality. As same as the one part of speech as we had discussed about adverb, it is as same as that. So adjective of quality. Adjective of quality shows the trait of a person or a thing. So it shows the quality of a person, it shows the characteristics of a person. That kind of adjective is known to be adjective of quality. For example, we say fresh flowers were plucked. You could have said only flowers were plucked, but you are saying fresh flowers were plucked. So the word fresh is known to be what? Adjective of quality. The second type is known to be adjective of quantity. It shows how much of a thing is meant. What is the quantity? How much? So when you are giving a description of a quantity in your adjective of a noun, then it is known to be adjective of quantity. It shows how much of a thing is meant. Okay. So for example, usually when you try to explain about quantity, you use 3 sort of words: little, a little, the little. Now so many out there may not be knowing what is the difference between little, a little and the little, but maybe after today you will not say that you don't know. So what is meant by little? See, whenever you use an adjective as a little to express the quantity of a noun, then it has somewhere a negative meaning, and it means hardly any. For example, he has little hope of recovery. That shows some negative sense where we can't expect any recovery of him. So it's very clear that whenever you use little, it shows a negative vibe of a noun. Now, when you use a little, then it has a positive meaning. It means some, though not much. Example, he has a little hope of recovery. You are not sure about total recovery, but yeah, there is some chance of recovery, if not much. So that is like where you have slight positive meaning in the word a little. So the last one, the little, when you say, that means not much, but there is something. Yeah, that is also, you are not totally confirming, but then yeah, there is some possibility, and the little is also having a positive vibe of it. So the little money Bihar has gone to Jharkhand. So the little amount, so it doesn't have any negative vibe in it. So moving on to the next thing, when you say about quantity, sometimes you use any or some as your adjective. When you use any, then it is having a negative, or in an interrogative sentences also you can use any. Okay. When you use any, for example, as used in the sentences, I shall not go out to buy anything. So you are saying I'm not going out to buy anything. That means what? It is having a negative vibe, that it represents to a zero thing, right? So whenever you use any, it shows a negative and it shows a hardly possible thing. So when you use a adverb of quantity some, then usually we use it in affirmative sentences in all the information giving sentences. Now what is the example is that I shall study at least something in a day. Sorry, that is a spell mistake. I shall study at least something in a day. Not much, but then you are promising yourself that at least you are studying something which gives a positive attitude in your sentences. However, in some cases, the word any is replaced by some in interrogative sentences. Sometimes what happens is like you can replace any with some in interrogative sentences also. For example, can I have some money? You will not say can I have any money? You will say can I have some money? So there are some chances like in an interrogative sentences, instead of using any, there are the chances of using some, which is acting like a adjective of quantity. So the last third type of adjective is that adjective of number. It shows how many persons or things are meant. How many persons or things are meant when you are discussing in the sentences. Definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective and distributive numeral adjective are the types of adjective of number. When you are describing something very definitely, then it is known to be definite number adjective. You are very sure of the number. But when we are not sure about the number, when you are not sure about the counting, then what kind of adjective you can use? Few, many, less, more, some, any. Such kind of words can be used in the form of adjective of numbers when you are representing your noun in terms of numbers. Alright. The last one is distributive numeral adjective, which is known as like when you wanted to distribute some number or when you wanted to distribute the sentence among so many people, then you will use every and each. So such kind of things are used in adjective of number. So the other thing what I wanted to discuss, what you want, it's very necessary to you to know what is types of sentences. There are 6 types of sentences in an English literature, that is exclamatory sentence, interrogative sentence, affirmative sentence, assertive sentence, negative sentence, imperative sentence. So what is an exclamatory sentence known as? Whenever you are adding some feeling in the sentences with an exclamatory symbol, which is an ulta I, you can say it's a reverse of I symbol. So such kind of sentences are known as exclamatory sentences. For example, when you are hurt, you will say ouch, I got hurt. So after ouch, you place an exclamatory symbol so that you are expressing your feelings that you got hurt. Such kind of sentences which involve feelings in it are called as exclamatory sentences. Second type of sentences are interrogative sentences. So what is interrogative sentence? Any sentence which will be having a question mark in it and that is interrogative in nature, then such kind of sentences are known to be interrogative sentences. If you see any question mark symbol in the sentence, then it is very clear that is known to be interrogative sentences. Affirmative sentence is something which will give you a positive feel in the sentences. Whenever you speak something and you show your positive attitude in that sentence, then those sentences are called to be affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences, for example, I can say like, if I wanted to encourage any student, what I will say, you can do it, you should do it and you will do it. You can do it. So I am encouraging in a form of positive sentences, adding energy into it. So such kind of sentences are known to be affirmative sentences. Assertive sentence is known to be informative sentence. That means each and every phrase and clause which gives information to you in a sentence is known to be assertive sentence. In a general way you can say that all sentences are known to be assertive sentences. Why? Because every sentence will have at least some information in it and hence known to be assertive sentence. The fifth type of sentence is known to be negative sentence, whereas in these sentences this is known to be opposite to assertive sentence. In this fifth type of sentence, that is negative sentence, you will discourage someone, you will show negative attitude in the sentence. Such kind of sentences are known to be negative sentences. For example, I'll say, hey dude, don't try it, I know that you can't do it. So I am discouraging that he can't do it at all by my sentences, by my attitude in the sentence, by my language. Such kind of sentences are known to be negative sentences. The sixth type of sentence is that imperative sentence. If you are having a polite request in the sentence or an adamant command in the sentence, then that is known to be what? Imperative sentences. Any command in the sentence and any request in the sentence, then that sentences are known to be imperative sentence. Just have an example for yourself and check it whether you are known with it or not. So that's for the day. Today we discussed about adjective and its types and types of sentences. Once after this we will be left out with conjunction, preposition and interjection. We will cover it in the one single video, and guess what, we will be done with 8 parts of speech in detail, and then we will have a test and we will see who will answer it or not. Is it all right? And this is much for this day, and this is your Neha. I'll be taking off and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and be blessing me like this.